Alright, so this is Vayra versus LightningJC cage match, best of 3, Junk Pirates, Blackyard Drive Yards, Black Rock Drive Yards, Ship and Weapons Pack, and Vanilla. 150 deploy cost limit, 15 ship max, 6 modular fighter wing max. No skins, no super special ships, no unique ships. Everything else goes. Top fleet is Vayra's fleet, consisting of a Paragon, 2 Moras, and what appears to be 12 Buffalo MK2s. A very supportive salamander type Buffalo MK2s with a harpoon, medium harpoon. 2 pairs of Kopeshes that are protected with broadswords, and the Capital Paragon is going to be no doubt the key of Vayra's fleet, with, is that harpoons in the mediums? Oh, okay. Alright, so missile Paragon, EMR, ECCM, okay. It's going to be a very missiles heavy fight. Versus LightningJC, who has a Kurmaraja class interdictor with a super special break field emitter that basically pushes all hostile projectiles away, as well as all enemy ships away. So it's like a very cool stop all enemy fire around the ship. It lasts for a couple seconds and has to recharge. Aurora, safety overridden, Ion Aurora with heavy blasters. Alright, very EMP heavy. Another safety overrides Aurora, also very EMP heavy. Goblin frigates that are very small, 2-shot cannon and attack laser. Looks like it has at least one empty slot. That's interesting. Akate or Vet frigate, more ion damage, linear pulse gun, and point defense. Vortex carriers. So these are carriers for Lightning's fleet. Opener fighter wing and crate fighter wing. So it's a ship and weapon pack carrier with Black Rock fighters. They're pretty powerful fighters. Crate heavy fighters have quite a lot of weapons, as well as micro Argus PD, type burst PD, and then the Hellbender heavy fighters are like heavier broadswords with decoy flares, as well as a small guided missile, and an Omen as well on Lightning's fleet. Okay, it's pretty cool. We haven't seen very many Omens in these duels, despite how much people really enjoy Omens on their campaign fleets for all the EMP bursting. Safety overrides. This guy has a lot of safety overridden ships. Safety overridden Wolf with pulse laser and ion damage. 2 Reapers. Okay, that'll be cool. So let's get to it. Vayra's fleet at the bottom, LightningJC fleet at the top. That's an extremely fast Aurora with safety overrides going at 150, 272 speed. Taking up a lot here. Taking up a lot of missiles. Rockets. Go. There goes the first wave of harpoons. It almost overloads the Aurora. Fortunately for the Aurora, it's got safety override, so it's gonna end everything really fast afterwards. Casualties so far, Hakache and a single Buffalo MK2. A lot more MK2s where that came from. They're also getting ripped up. I think this is expected. Safety overridden, heavy blasters, ion pulsers, making short work of the Buffalo MK2s. Paragon has nice long-range beams. Not one but two ion beams and two tachyon lasers. If anything turns off its shield, it's gonna get EMP'd to like fully disabled, basically. Buffalo MK2 is just dropping like flies. Oh, every time the Aurora gets close, delete. At the very least, the fortress shields combined with tachyon laser and autopulse burst pretty well. Go to overload and Aurora. So its hard is gonna go really high now. Hopefully it's gonna bend soon. Caravanda. Oh, all the EMP damage on the Paragon. Everything's broken. Everything's EMP'd. Oh, no time for venting. But the two Moras are still doing alright. This is game 1. Probably near the end of game 1. Paragon goes splat. Their fleet is in full retreat. All that remains are the two Moras. So, Lightning's fleet contains like 2 or 3 SO Auroras, which have heavy blasters and ion pulsers. It just shreds your Buffalo MK2s as soon as they get close. They just destroy everything. Almost total wipe. And Lightning's fleet only lost like a Hakache and maybe another one. It was pretty brutal. Pretty good use of safety overrides on Lightning's part. I'm going to swap the sides of the two fleets. So I have a more in-depth look. Caravanja is like a fleet anchor with long-range kinetics. and putting lots of point defense on everything else. Okay, very defensive, and kinetic damage and EMP damage on the actual weapons. So the Auroras, 4. Oh, hey, there's an empty slot. 3 ion cannons and an ion pulsar, plus 2 heavy blasters. Pretty much hard counters those Buffalo MK2s. Yeah. This is. I don't know how your fleet is going to be able to handle this at all. Plus the Auroras, SO, they still have a pretty good amount into their flux capacity, so it's going to be pretty hard to overload them. Oh hey, more empty slots. And going. Lightning has a pretty good idea of what he wants and doesn't want from his Auroras. He doesn't want missiles. Not afraid of leaving slots empty at all. Those are hard points. Yeah. Full point defense and ion beam. The only missiles he has is it's like 2 Reapers, and then Swarmers, and then the missiles from the fighters themselves. So yeah, this is pretty tough. Right. So it's 1-0 LightningJC against Vayra. This is round 2 of 3. This is probably going to be a 2-0 victory. This time, LightningJC's fleet is on the bottom, and Vayra's is coming from up above. So if the Paragon is able to knock the shields out and kill the Auroras, or even just get good angles on them and kill the Auroras, and then Vayra's fleet has a much better chance. Unfortunately, the Paragon is all the way in the back, and it's going to sack all the Buffalo MK2s first. As soon as the Auroras get into range, just rip everything apart. Buffalo MK2s aren't quite fast enough to get a good angle around the Auroras. Reapered. Kopesh's get caught by dual flags and point defense lasers, heavy shields too. I think if you had some longbows, you could do a lot more damage to the shields. Yeah. Paragon is facing backwards, presumably because of the SO Aurora that went all the way around it. I think you have a slight lack of long-range kinetic damage. You pretty much have just the 2 tachyon lasers for pushing shields, and beams don't do well against SO. You have your 2 broadswords too, but those holes are followed by the Kopesh's, so they don't last that long. Yeah. So Aurora spinning around Auroras. This is a 150 DP. It's pretty hard to get to catch and chase down an Aurora, let alone an SO one. So these are very mobile and it's very open space. SO Auroras are a pretty good pick here. Decoy flares, heavy fighters, Blackrock, overwhelming the point defense. yeah, Lightning's fleet has like basically no missiles at all. It is all just the Warlock goes down. Pretty much just from the fighter decoy flares and like their own small point defense missiles. Compared to like everybody else so far has had lots of missile heavy fleets. Lightning just went like an entirely other direction. Paragon getting ganged up on. Oh. Pretty rough. There's a Paragon gone. And Gamora dead too. I don't know if I agree with that one. Boss is on Lightning side. Frigate. Hakate, another frigate. We have a fairly strong, convinced, pretty much landslide victory. Creamed, even. Alright, that's 2-0. Now, I had a request from SCC and Night Chase. I think they wanted their joke fleets to go up against your fleets, or actually they didn't specify which fleets of theirs they want you to go. They want to play against yours. So between both Chase and SCC have 2 fleets. Sure. Do you want SCC's joke fleet or SCC's serious fleet? Okay. I have not tested the joke fleet. I think they're they're mostly for memes. All right, that is not the fleet that I was looking for. Okay, so we are doing Vayra versus. Hey, where's the test? It's a fleet test. There it is. Oh, did not work. Did not load. Okay. Ah, right. I need to enable the mods. Be right back. And then install the variants. And while I'm at it, I just may as well put Chase's fleets data in as well. These should be the correct mods. So, shit. Got to enable Talon. So, Lightning and Vayra, you guys had only 2 mods enabled. But then, but SCC and Chase have like 5 mods. Oh, fuck's sake. Which one was that? It's going to increase load times by quite a bit. maybe you should have. But they do say vanilla is the strongest of all the mods. So this set of mods for this duel is going to span, I guess, well, just for Vayra's fleet, Vanilla, Talon, Ship and Weapon Pack, Seekers, DME, Blackrock, and Minister Navy. Yeah, that's true. I think you might have set them to like reckless or at least aggressive to get them to run into things so much. So this time it's going to be Vayra versus SCC's. This is Joke Fleet or is Real Fleet? SCC's Joke Fleet. Let's see what it's going to be all about. It's Falcon P spam. And a Manticore attack carrier with Singularity Torpedoes. fucking missiles. Thunder Heavies? Oh, holy fuck, that's a lot of Thunder Heavies. Is that legal? Why is there so many Thunder Heavies? I don't think that's legal. Alright. A lot of Convert to Hanger, or Thunder Heavies. Is that quite as many Thunder Heavies as I think there is? Maybe so, I'm not sure. I don't think so. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Falcon Ps. And do they all have... They all do have the same loadout, they're all the same variant. Let's see if I reset it, if there's the same okay, that's a lot more Thunder Ps than we should have on this thing. Shaking my head. Alright, so it does end up being just under deployment maximum. So it's technically legal for deployment, but that's a few too many Thunder Heavies. You can, if you want, we can still go with this. Deal. Okay. I bid you good luck. I hope you have enough flax for this. Do you have any dual flax? If you don't have any dual flax, you're gonna have a very hard time, I think, because you got Singularity Torpedoes as well. All right, here we go. Vayra versus SCC's Phylum Spam and Singularity. Whirlpool of mediocre missiles. There's so many missiles, my game is lagging. Counterattack with harpoons. I'm not really getting through the Thunder Heavies though. Dang. One thing that is working in your favor, though, is that you have a lot of targets, and that's splitting up the phylum targets by a lot. And that lets each buffalo take on just a couple phylums at a time. Handleable phylums. All right, you go against that. Go buffalo against falcon. Do singularities reload? I don't think so, but they are affected by expanded missile racks. And if they do reload, it's a very, very slow reload. Oh boy, singularities reload. So this will be singularities and phylums until. Oh. So I saw singularities and phylums until the end of Vayra's fleet. Passing the 120-second mark. Buffalo MK2 is running out of PPT. Hopefully the one Paragon will be able to make all those Falcon Ps lose their PPT. Plus side, the Singularity Torpedo actually pulled the Paragon into autopulse range to overload that Falcon P. Well, your Paragon has a lot of heavy burst lasers, so maybe it will turn out better than you expect. One going down. Oh. One of the two more is down. Surprisingly, many of the buffaloes are still standing though. It's not all hope is lost yet. And all those Thunder Interceptors throwing their EMP onto the Paragon, disabling much of the engines. Great. Okay, go off-speeding tachyon laser. MK2 is reaching CR limit. Should be all out of harpoons by now. A Singularity Torpedo. Fortress Shield helps a lot against that. Oh, Buffalo MK2 is pulled up the rear. Taking your Paragon to the washing machine. And now the rear of the Paragon, the point defense side at least faces the north of the fleet, and ow. Phylums to the face. Oh my god, it's overloaded. So this is the other side of the missiles or no missiles ideology, where it's build everything around missiles. bosses, a single destroyer. Alright. So we can do one of Chase's fleets before ending the stream. We could do his serious fleet or his non-serious fleet. You can expect, since both Chase and SCC have access to the same mods, you can expect singularities and missiles in either or both. Chase versus Lightning, or Chase versus Vayra. You can do Chase versus Lightning. Maybe. Lightning's not here. I think Lightning Suit would probably stand a better chance, of course. We'd probably see the Auroras run out of CR. Chase's fleet has some capital ships as well, so they'll last a bit long. How about we'll do Lightning versus Chase's joke fleet. Sure. So once again, Lightning's SO heavy, no missiles at all. Blackrock and Vanilla versus Chase's. They have heavy modular swarmers, tons and tons of missiles. Sabos, cool, and no singularity torpedo here. Oh, there we go, singularity torpedo on the Baikai Drone class missile cruiser. And of course, multi-purpose assault landers. Very tanky ships for DME with their they have like forward armor plating, it seems. Alright. If he stops releasing videos, people will. Oh hey, what the heck? We have a flagship player. Turn that off. Here goes Lightning versus Chase. Best of one. So a lot of Chase's craft in this one have disposable armor plating. Fighters have no decoy flares and no EMP. Heavy modular swarmers are like locusts on drugs. No singularity torpedoes fired yet. There we go, there's one of them. It goes off. Very minimal damage on its own. But this next one comes with a bunch of swarming missiles behind it. It gets hit by point defense disabled. Two singularities at once. This one gets disabled, the other one also disabled. So the point defense on the Auroras is handling them pretty well. Lightning's fleet does indeed have a shit ton of point defense. Very few of the swarmers getting to even the shields. Like even the fighters on Lightning's fleet have decoy flares, which counter missiles to some degree. Salos though are pretty much a direct counter to safety overrides. It's very hard to disable Sables when your weapon range is reduced to like 450. So many missiles, but almost none of them are hitting. It's an extremely mobile fleet. Aside from the Kumaraja, which in itself has like a counter projectile ability. It even pushes ships away. Oh, not enough for the Hekates and frigates that are standing in front of it. A single swarm just killed everything. Reaching its limit for hard flux. Then to toggle shields and perfect timing for event. Auroras are starting to run out. They ran out of PPT, so they're gonna decrease in effectiveness quite soon. They haven't taken out too many of Chase's fleet. He's actually pretty wary to get close this time. Chase's fleet is actually going to outlast Lightning's fleet, just by virtue of not having safety overridden ships. Aurora is not playing as aggressive as they were before. It's probably because of the shields. So we have the Lightning's Hellbender fighters hanging around in Kumaraja. Very strong all-purpose fighters. Like broadswords with missiles. Oh. Doing a little dance there, the Omen. That guy. The linear cannon shots getting basically entirely stopped by the Kumaraja's breakthrough emitter. Oh, Singularity Torpedo is not reaching. Dual flags, so good. Unfortunately, the Kumaraja doesn't have any explosive damage, really. It's unable to really take on anything or kill anything right on its own. Depends on the fighters for that. Kinetics and a bit of EMP. Armor plating of Lions going down. Second battle armor plating of the Lions also almost dead. Fire its own singularity? Where did that singularity come from? Did it knock the singularity back into the bad guy? That's the next level play. Second armor plating of the Lions is down. Maybe there's a chance. We're down to the last couple. What the fuck are these guys doing over here? Finishing off an Aurora way in the corner. Alright, so we're down to Aurora, Vortex, and Kumaraja. Lions is getting torn apart. There's mostly EMP damage though. Mostly EMP damage and 2 heavy blasters. So Lions is disabled, but not taking all that much hull damage. Ablative armor plating helps, of course. He's sitting duck. Where did all the point defense go? Oh wait, that's on the Kumaraja has the point defense. The Vortex is actually getting run up on. It hasn't taken much damage. All the EMP damage has actually disabled and moved on. What's happening? I wonder if the Muflon even has shield. Why is it taking all this damage onto its hull? I think the Lions Swarmers have limited ammo. They stopped firing. The Kumaraja is long range, plus its break field. It's starting to really do well against single ships. You can't get close. It just buys so much time for the Kumaraja. It's going to be a capital versus capital. Damage capital versus basically completely full capital. Kumaraja has started losing CR, but the Lions is still 70%. Singularity torpedo going out. Lions' armor is almost entirely stripped. So with a couple more carrier attacks, it will be able to take off the Lion very slowly, death by 1,000 cuts style. A small destroyer taken out. There are a couple of floating ships out with 0 CR. They're just capital versus capital armor cruiser. Armor plating down. Starting to do hull damage. Even though the Kumaraja has just kinetic damage pretty much, and the fighters, the Ferrero Cannon's instant damage is very high, so it does about 200 damage against armor. It's not terrible, just not as much as capital can possibly do. It's good enough for destroyers though. The amount of point defense on the Kumaraja really just protected it entirely. Like, almost look at that, almost perfectly fine hull. Perfectly fine armor against Lightning's immune fleet. holding off two ships at once with 2 HVUs. Our plating fell off. Raja has run out of CR almost. But where's the line? The line is on its way to retreat. So it becomes a Akai with 68% CR against a 14% Kuraja. Also have the Kan Koro Okata cruiser doing pretty well. So Lion took enough damage to retreat, even though it had plenty of CR. I think about 60 or 70% by the time it ended. So if this 7% was 8% a moment ago, this 7% Kamaraja can hold off 2 cruisers and 2, well, really 2 cruisers and 1 destroyer. It's getting it very close. We have the 0% CR Aurora coming in as an escort. At least it can fire out its point defense lasers. Unable to raise its shields though, it's going to get knocked out by extended range pulse lasers on the roofline. It's going to become ablative armor in the very loosest sense. So even though the Kamaraja has now hit 0% CR, it's still draining the Baikai and Korokata's CR. So it's going to be a 0% all over fleet. Everybody's unable to kill each other fast enough. Another singularity torpedo. And it directly hit the vortex. Pull the Kamaraja into range of getting its getting chases with one shot down. Okay, the Kamaraja can't even turn anymore. That's how bad it's holding up right now. Engine's offline. Direct hit. Singularity. Everything's gone. That's 1-0 Chase's second fleet against Lightning's fleet. That's the last fight of tonight. Alright, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. I hope you and your friends had fun.